Hi everyone, I'm Ghost Hunter Joe, and in case you're wondering, this handsome young man in his Cub Scout uniform is yours truly back in 1967. But before you start thinking I've lost all my faculties, there's a reason I am posting this picture of me as a Cub Scout. This video is about the old Licking County Jail, and I toured that old jail as a Cub Scout. Who knows, maybe that tour some 50 years ago sparked an interest in corrections, which has stuck with me throughout my life. I went on to college at The Ohio State University, where I received an AA degree in criminal justice and a BA degree in sociology and criminology, and I have worked in corrections at the Ohio State Reformatory, the Mansfield Correctional Institution, the Richland County Alternative Jail, the Cuyahoga County Jail, and the Licking County Jail for over 40 years. This is a picture of me next to the red racer in my Licking County Corrections Officer uniform. I have worked at the new Licking County Jail since January 2023. The new jail replaced the old jail when it closed in 1987. This photograph of the Licking County Square shows how it looked around 1910. Prior to the 18th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, also known as the Prohibition Act, Licking County, Ohio voted to go dry. But the city of Newark, the county seat, voted overwhelmingly to continue selling alcohol. One of Newark's largest employers was the Heisey Glass Company, which made beer bottles. To say the least, the new law was not popular in Newark. Newark's mayor, the chief of police, and the county sheriff turned a blind eye to the law and allowed over 50 bars to remain in operation. William Howard, pictured on the left, was a popular former police officer and owner of a saloon where 17-year-old Deputy Marshal Carl Etherington, pictured on the right, had the misfortune to serve a warrant. Howard began hitting Etherington in the head with a blackjack, and Etherington shot Howard in self-defense. Etherington was placed in the Licking County Jail. This is a copy of page 24 of the jail register showing where Etherington was booked into the jail. When the news spread that Howard had died, an angry mob of 5,000 broke into the jail through its north door and violently removed Etherington from his cell. They beat and drug him to the southeast corner of the square, where they hung him from the telegraph pole shown in this photograph of the lynching site. This is a post-mortem picture of Etherington after the lynching. This is a recent nighttime view of the site where Etherington was lynched. In April of 2024, my ghost hunting friend Dustin and I visited the old jail and the site of the lynching. This is a picture of Dustin at the north door from which the mob broke into the jail and drug Etherington out. This is a picture of me next to a memorial plaque that was placed near the north door to honor Etherington. We were unsuccessful in making contact with Mr. Etherington while at the jail, so we walked over to the lynching site. I'm near the light post where Carl Etherington was lynched. Carl, are you here with us? Can you speak to us through this device I'm holding? Carl? Are you there, Carl? Can you speak to us? Carl, if you're there, can you speak to us? Anybody? Anybody else? Okay, let's turn it off. In June of 2024, my co-worker and ghost hunting friend Gabe and I visited the jail. This is a photo that I took of the north door. And this is a photo that I took of the memorial plaque for Etherington. Let's watch what happened when Gabe and I conducted a K2 session at the plaque. Okay, on July 8th, 1910, Deputy Marshal Carl Etherington was killed for enforcing the county option law, which prohibited the sale of alcohol in Licking County. The county option law was a result of the Rose Law of 1908 and a precursor to the National Prohibition Act, the 18th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States. Etherington shot the owner of an illegal saloon in self-defense. Later that day, he was forcefully removed by a mob through the Licking County Jail's north side door. He was beaten and then hanged from a telegraph pole on the southeast corner of the square. Deputy Marshal Carl Etherington's death has been recognized in the line of duty death by the following organizations: National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund, Ohio Peace Officers Memorial, the Officer Down Memorial page. Okay, how accurate was that story I just read? Can you touch the meter to let us know it was true? Did you see that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's a true story? Thank you. Are you Carl Etherington? Did you know Carl Etherington? Were you alive during that time period? Okay, thank you. Did you die in the jail? Did you? Were you an inmate? Or were you an employee? Okay, touch the meter if you were an inmate. Okay, thank you. So you were an inmate that died? Were you the female inmate we were talking to earlier? Okay, are you a different inmate? Are you a different inmate? Are you male? Okay, you're a male inmate, or you're just a male. Are you an inmate? Ex-inmate? Okay. Did you die at the jail? Okay. So is the old Licking County Jail haunted by the ghost of 17-year-old Deputy Marshal Carl Etherington? Dustin and I were unsuccessful at making any contact with Etherington during our visit to the jail in April 2024, and Gabe and I were unsuccessful in June 2024 as well. But we did get hits with the K2 meter with a possible spirit who may have known Etherington or may have been at the jail during that time period. We also had limited success during a dowsing rod session and during a necrophonic spirit box session, which will be the subject of future videos. And this is Ghost Hunter Joe saying goodbye for now and see you next time. Remember when I said I toured the old Licking County Jail as a Cub Scout back in 1967? As we were leaving the jail, we were all standing around in the parking lot near the spot designated with an X. An inmate in a cell located on the top floor, circled in red, stuck his arm out his cell window and was giving us the middle finger. We didn't know what it meant, but we waved our middle fingers back to him. When our den mother and another mother who came with us saw what was going on, they became very upset and quickly loaded us into the station wagons, and we took off. This may have been the last time the Cub Scouts toured that old jail.